Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's match day 34 in La Liga. The title is still on the line. Barcelona have 4 points advantage over Real Madrid, and it is looking like it is going to go to the wire. You have the European, fight for the European places going on still, and then you have a massive relegation fight in the table. From 12th place, Getafe up until 19th place. All of those teams, 19th place Leganes, or just 9 point difference between 8 teams. That anything can happen with just 5 games remaining. A lot of exciting games this weekend that can help all of those teams and that can change the table quite quickly. So let's go ahead and make our predictions. The first game, it is Rayo Vallecano versus Getafe. It is 11th versus 12th. Now both of these teams are coming in this game with a horrendous run of form at a 2 point difference between them, but the form is dreadful for both of them. Just one win in their last 5 games, 4 defeats for each of them coming into this game, it is one of those games that is going to be quite a boring game of football, if I'm being very honest with you. Rayo Vallecano, they are struggling to score at the moment, and Getafe are one of those teams that barely score. I mean, they are the worst scoring side in Europe this season. That just shows you what kind of a game it's going to happen on a Friday night. I just don't see a result out of this game, and I think I'm going to go for a very simple 0-0 draw between Rayo Vallecano and Getafe. Then it's Alaves versus Atletico Madrid. It is 17th versus 3rd. And now Alaves are not in a really good position. They're just 2 points above the relegation drop. Their form is not that good coming into this game. Just 1 win in their last 5 games. They are playing against an Atletico Madrid side who are in a really good form. 3 wins in their last 5 games. And they need, in my opinion, I think they just need 1 more win to guarantee their Champions League qualification. So they are going to come into this game thinking about that. I think it's going to be a good game of football. But unfortunately for Alaves, I think they are going to suffer a defeat here, and I think Atleti are going to get the job done. I'm going for a very convincing 2-0 win for Atletico Madrid. Up next, it's Villarreal versus Osasuna. It is 5th versus 8th. Now, Villarreal are out of the top 5. They are the most vulnerable team at the moment with that Champions League qualification process. They are just 1 point above a Real Betis, and they are coming into this game not in a consistent form. Just 2 wins in the last 5 games, 2 draws. There's a defeat as well, and they are playing against an Osasuna side who are 8th in the position. They are currently in that Conference League spot, but they're just 2 points behind Celta Vigo, and they want to get into those European League position. And their form has been amazing, undefeated in their last 5 games. The last 3 games have been defeats, wins as well. So they're coming into this game with a lot of confidence. I think there's going to be a really good game of football. There are going to be goals here as well. And unfortunately for Villarreal, I think they are going to get a setback in their hopes of UEFA Champions League qualification. I think Osasuna are get the job done here. They are going to get a win, and I think it's going to be a very entertaining game of football. But Osasuna are going to get a win. I'm going for a very entertaining 3-2 win for Osasuna. You then have Las Palmas versus Valencia. It is 18th versus 14th. 7th place, 7 points between these 2 teams. So you know how close it can get, if I'm being very honest with you. Las Palmas, they have won twice in their last 5 games. So they are trying, all their might to somehow get away from that relegation places. But they are playing against a Valencia side who are undefeated in their last 5 games. 3 wins as well. The last 2 games have been draws. So that is something that Las Palmas can take to heart. I think it will be a very close game, a very tight game. I don't think there are going to be that many goals in this game, and I don't see a winner as well. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Las Palmas and Valencia. Up next is Valladolid versus Barcelona. It is 20th versus 1st. Valladolid have already been relegated. Their last 6 or 7 games have been defeats all around. They are playing against a Barcelona side who have won 4 out of their last 5 games, and they would, they would be loving this at the moment, getting a game like Valladolid at the current stage because of the league situation as well, and because they are, in that Champions League semi-final as well. They had a big game against Inter 3-all, and they have a game on Saturday as well. So they would, they can rest a lot of their players against Valladolid, and I don't think there's any other result apart from a Barca win, and I think it's going to be a convincing win as well. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Barcelona. Moving on, it is Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo. It is 2nd versus 7th. And now Real Madrid know when this game comes, they could be 7 points behind Barcelona. They are playing against a Celta Vigo side who are fighting to stay in those Europa League position. As I said, Osasuna are behind them, and if my prediction goes right, by the time this game comes in, they are going to be out of those Europa League positions. So Celta Vigo coming in this game, they have their own motives. I think it's going to be a very tight game, and unfortunately, I think for Real Madrid, I think they are going to drop points here. I don't think they are going to lose the game, but I don't think they are gonna win it as well. I'm going for a very hard-fought 1-all draw between Real Madrid and Celta Vigo. Then it's a massive game. It is Sevilla versus Leganes. It is 15th versus 19th. 7 points between these two teams, and both of these teams are winners in their last 5 games. 4 defeats for Sevilla, 3 defeats for Leganes, and they are coming into this game, somehow to get a win here. I think it's going to be a very hard fought, very tight knit game. I just don't know what is going to happen in this game. It is both of these teams need a win, but they just don't know how to win a game at the moment. I think the trend is gonna continue. I don't think any one of them is gonna lose, but I think we are gonna get a draw from this game as well, and I just don't expect any goals. If I'm being very honest with you, I'm going for a 0-0 draw between Sevilla and Leganes. Moving on, it is Espanyol versus Real Betis. It is 13th versus 6th. Espanyol have had currently, a great run of form, 3 wins, then a draw. They lost last weekend, but apart from that, they're in a really good form. They are playing against a Real Betis side who are, fighting it out at the moment with Real for that Champions League places. They won their Conference League semi-final first leg last night against Fiorentina, so they are going to come in this game with a lot of confidence as well. I think it will be a great game of football. Betis have lost 2 of their last 5 games, but I think this game is because of the importance and the way that they are playing. I think they are going to get it over the line. I am expecting goals in this game as well. I am going for a 2-1 win for Real Betis. Moving on, it is Real Sociedad versus Athletic Club. It is 10th versus 4th. Sociedad, they are coming in this game in not a really good form. Their last 3 games, they out of a possible 9 points, they have gotten 2 defeats and a draw. Playing against an Athletic Club side who are inconsistent themselves. They just won 2 wins in the last 5 games, 2 draws and a defeat as well. And they lost, quite convincingly in their semi-final against Manchester United in the Europa League last night. So they are going to come in this game in not a good mode with a low confidence, so Sociedad can take advantage of that, but I just don't think it is going to happen. I think it's going to be a good game of football, but I don't see a winner out of this game. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Real Sociedad and Athletic Club. And the final game of the weekend is Girona versus Mallorca. It is 16th versus 9th. Girona are really struggling at the moment. They're just 3 points away from safety, and they know how tense the situation is. They are winners in their last 5 games, 4 defeats as well. But they are playing against a Mallorca side who themselves are not doing that good. They are just a point. They are level on points with Osasuna, and they are trying to get in the Conference League. And trying to get in Europe. If I'm being very honest with you, their latest run of form has really disrupted their season. Just 1 win in their last 5 games, but luckily for them, they are playing against a Girona side who are really struggling. I think this game could go either way. Any of these teams could come up and surprise the other one, but I just have a sneaky feeling that Mallorca are gonna put more misery on Girona, and they're gonna nick it in the end. I'm going for a very closely hard-fought 1-0 win for Mallorca. And with that, my predictions for Matchday 35, Matchday 34 of La Liga are completed. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of my predictions? Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them or not? Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.